Yes, the serial killer. That is indeed me. It's ugly. No death is beautiful, honorable. Death is greedy. It takes all eventually. Hey. Lucky, wake up. Hey, you okay? You were having a nightmare, I think. You were screaming and thrashing around a bit. I thought you were in real danger for a second, until I realized you were asleep. I'm your guardian angel, remember? It's my job to look after you. Well, I suppose it's the opposite of a job, given that I turned down money to do it. Well, it's the choice I made, nevertheless. Would you mind if I ask what your nightmare was about? It's okay if you don't feel like talking about it, though. I understand stuff like this can be rather personal and incredibly hard to articulate as well. So, no pressure. You sure? All right, I'm listening. Oh. I see. So you had a dream where I finished my job as intended. I'm sorry for that. The person who tried to attack us in the alleyway. That was your first time seeing another person die, wasn't it? My brother could probably explain better than me. But it's completely normal to feel this way, to have nightmares after witnessing such a thing. It's not like I wanted you to see that, but it happened, and there was nothing to be done. Me. I suppose it might sound a little condescending coming from someone who kills for money, but the first time I saw someone die, I had nightmares for weeks. I cried until I couldn't anymore, and then there was nothing left to quench my hatred. Hatred of myself, I suppose. It's not a fun story. I don't know if you're in a mindset to hear that story, considering you had nightmares. You sure? Okay, I guess I can tell you. My mother died when I was a kid, due to a common illness that was perfectly treatable. You could even buy a cure in any pharmacy, if you had the money, that is. And we didn't. I think the worst part was that she genuinely believed that God would save her in the end. She held on to her beliefs to her last breath. But gods are fickle creatures. If they exist, they don't help. They don't save anyone. They never have. I watched the light fade from her eyes, the sheen of her wings dull. It wasn't until a corpse started to rot within our small, cramped room that my butter and I realized that she would never wake up from her slumber. It was just me and my butter then. We made do, even if we had to eat trash. We still survived. Till one winter he got sick. It was the same illness that took our mother. We were far from anyone who could help us. No other Therians. We live in close-knit communities, but the three of us, we were outcasts. Mostly because my mother had children with a human. We were half-breeds. So we had no access to food, shelter, or the money needed to survive in human society. I couldn't afford the medicine. Of course, the price had only increased since the last time. Pocket change for the privileged, but it was more than those who really need it could ever have. It was then that I learned what the value of a life was. So, I stole it. I lied to my butter and told him a kind man had bought the medicine for me. I don't know why, but I felt too ashamed to admit to him that I wasn't the pinnacle of morality he thought I was. I taught him the right way to live. You know, be kind to others, never take what is not yours, and only use violence as a last resort. I wanted him to live a good, normal life, and he has so far. He's a doctor specializing in sleep and dreams. I'm proud of everything he's achieved so far. I never told him the truth for what happened that day, or that I'm now an assassin. I've always wanted to tell him, but every time I try, my voice won't come out. I guess I don't want him to know that the money I used to put him through high school and college isn't exactly clean. He'll find out one day, but for now, I want him to keep living a normal life for as long as he can. If I have to drown myself in death and sin for him to live unburdened, then so be it. It's not an easy path, but it's the one I chose. There's no going back from that. Thank you for listening. I've never really told this story to anyone, not out loud. I appreciate you keeping an open mind and not judging me too harshly. Though I wouldn't have blamed you anyway. I doubt this will be a good bedtime story, so, I apologize if this makes your dreams worse. But you have nothing to fear from me. All I want is to know who's behind this, why they want you dead. No harm will come to you, not while I'm here. Huh? You want me to stay? I guess I could keep watch over you for the rest of the night. That makes you feel better. Scare dream Thane away so he leaves you alone. I doubt he even knows what he's doing. Anyways, sleep well. I'll just be over here sitting on this suspicious jelly-like couch. Beanbag. Oh, okay. Your name. Interesting texture. Anyways, gotta sleep, Lucky. Good night.